Hey, what's up my fellow collectors? Tonight I'm looking at the Mezco Family Guy Cleveland Brown figure. Very excited to have this figure. Let's start off with the packaging. You get a nice big open window and you can see the lovely Cleveland Brown right there. All the accessories. There is a beer mug hidden behind this little thing here, but you got the Family Guy. You got the Stewie screaming, "Victory shall be mine." You see it's Series 4. It's showing you Cleveland as the character. Has a little "as seen on TV" thing down there. And of course you have your warnings, you know, you don't want to choke. And then Mezco. Now I have the a couple other figures, and I could have sworn it was McFarlane that did those. So I'm very surprised to see the Mezco thing. On the back it shows you the rest of the figures that are included in Series 4. And that's pretty much it. But let's crack it open and check out Cleveland Brown. Okay, and here he is out of the packaging along with his accessories. Now one thing that I noticed that was folded up in the bottom of the package was this kind of "Join the Club Mezco." I know this is a pretty old figure. This is like from 2005, it says on the box. So whether or not this is a thing still, I'm sure it probably is, but that was in the bottom. You get 3 accessories with Cleveland. You get these kind of like marshmallow crispy treats, as they're called on the packaging. I had to look on the packaging to figure out what this was, but yeah, apparently they're marshmallow treats. So you get a little bit of sculpting on there. Just get the paint, and then you get the pan. Looks like it's supposed to connect into something, so maybe when you buy all the figures, maybe it kind of all comes with something. You get this really cool clam trophy. It's actually pretty nice. It's got a really nice, you know, shiny gold paint on it, and it has the sculpting all throughout there. It's opened up a little bit. It does not hinge up and down, and then you just have a plain brown base for it. Very cool. And then you get his mug of beer, which is done fairly good. I mean, you get a little bit of paint on the top to look like foam coming down the side. Get the white handle. Pretty cool. Now for Mr. Cleveland Brown. First things first, which is very irritating, is he does not stand. He won't stand. Very irritating. So he seems to be very heavy this way, so I'm probably gonna have to cut out, you know, I don't know, maybe like some little stickers or something, and kind of put him on the back of his feet to give him a little bit of stability. You know, a couple of those on both sides maybe might be but yeah, he doesn't stand. So that's very irritating. But as far as, of course, the likeness is done really well. I mean, they definitely brought the character to life, you know. But you see, you got some pretty nice paint. You got his eyes, you got his mustache, you got his mouth, you got his little hair sculpt there. It's just all black. It's pretty much just flat colors, you know, on this guy. You get his yellow shirt, and you get his blue pants. There's a little bit of shading in there. And then you get his shoes, which kind of have like this kind of speckled look to them. And coming back up the back of the figure again, you get this little bit of shading right here, and his yellow shirt all the way up to the top of his head. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a cool figure. I am such a huge fan of pretty much anything Adult Swim and anything Seth MacFarlane. I mean, I love American Dad, I love Cleveland Show, I love Family Guy. So to have the figures, you know, is very cool. Now, as far as articulation, he does have swivel in his head, so he can, you know, all the way around. It's kind of, it's not really his head that's moving, it's like this entire piece that's his neck. So as you turn it, you know, as you can see, it's just kind of the whole entire thing goes around. And then as far as any other articulations, the arms just swivel completely. Hinge out a tiny little bit, you know, in and out about that much. And then of course swivel. So that's pretty much it. As far as His beer he can hold. You kind of have to like wedge it into, you know, in between his hand, but he will hold it. It doesn't really look like he's going to be able to hold this. I mean, you might be able to kind of just balance it in his hands. And as far as this, oh, I see. That's probably what this is for him to hold it. So yeah, he will hold his Rice Krispie treats. But yeah, guys, that's the Mezco Cleveland Brown figure. Let me see if I can get him to stand really quick. Let me throw a couple of these. There we go. That way I can give you some size comparisons. Because here is the Peter. So now I have the correct scale Cleveland Brown for my Peter, because the last time I got a Cleveland Brown figure, when I thought I was getting this guy, I actually got this guy, which is a much smaller scale. And the way the box looked, it was like to some kind of set. See how he has this kind of thing going on here? It was some kind of set, and you could put it on the set and it would talk, you know, make voices. So, but I was kind of bummed out, because now I'm glad to finally have the same scale. And as far as his scale, let me get him off of that. He is a little bit over 6 inches. So very, very cool. Now, as far as some other size comparisons, I'll throw in a Marvel Legends. So here's a Cyclops Marvel Legends. So it gives you a little bit of scale as far as a Marvel Legends. Throw in a DC Icons. They're a little bit on the smaller side, but you see how they scale with that. And then I'll throw in a Black Series Stormtrooper back there. So that gives you a little bit of what they're going to look like on the shelf amongst some other figures. But yeah, that's it, guys. That is the Family Guy Series 4 Mezco Cleveland Brown figure. Thank you for watching the review, and I will see you all on the next figure review. Take care.